Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk and another talk as part of the 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are in chapter 2, the chapter titled Sankhya Yoga, and the teachings of Lord Krishna to Arjuna have already started, and we saw how Lord Krishna gives to Arjuna Jnana Yoga, the science of the immortal soul, teaching him that his true essence is not the body that comes and goes, but actually the immortal self, the immortal soul that lies within. And the teachings continue. 14. The contacts of the senses with the objects, O son of Kunti, which cause heat and cold, pleasure and pain, have a beginning and an end. They are impermanent. Endure them bravely, O Arjuna. That firm man, who surely these afflict not, O chief among men, to whom pleasure and pain are the same, is fit for attaining immortality. That was also verse 15. So Lord Krishna is now teaching Arjuna the teachings of the sameness of the mind, evenness of mind in pleasure, pain, heat and cold, enduring the pairs of opposites. And in the context of the science of the immortal soul, Swami Shivananda explains in his commentary, the Deha Adhyasa, or the identification of the self with the body, is the cause of pleasure and pain. So because we identify so much with the physical body, we identify with any experience that this body experiences, and this is happening through the senses, so the contact of the senses with the sense objects. So something that we see, we hear, we feel, we taste, we smell is nice, and immediately we identify and we like. Not nice, we do not like. And in the case of Arjuna, he was seeing his teachers and his relatives on the battlefield. He was very uncomfortable with this sight, and his body immediately reacted and entered into a state of shock. So Lord Krishna is reminding Arjuna, the situation that you are having is because of your identification with the body. And the wise man understands that those contacts and their resolve need to be endured. Swami Shivananda tells us in the commentary, it is the mind that feels pleasure and pain. One should try to bear patiently heat and cold, pleasure and pain, and develop a balanced state of mind. So, what does it have to do with us in the day-to-day life? Many things are happening to us. We are meeting many situations, and our senses come in touch with many sense objects. And if we want to develop wisdom, if we want to grow in wisdom, if we want to develop this evenness of the mind, which is a prerequisite for happiness, which is steady, which is long-lasting, we need to endure. Something is nice, wonderful. Something is not nice, we endure. Now this doesn't mean that we run towards the things that are not nice, but we don't get tossed between them helplessly and don't suffer all the ups and downs as if we were a puppet on strings that is completely helpless with whatever happens. So this is the science of equanimity. And Swami Shivananda is also reminding us that titiksha, or the power of endurance, develops the willpower. Calm endurance in pleasure and pain and heat and cold is one of the qualifications of an aspirant on the path of Jnana Yoga. So practically, if we want to develop willpower, we need to learn how to endure situations. Because what is willpower? We need to apply our will in a situation where usually we would act otherwise. So I want to stay calm in a situation which otherwise would have upsetted me. So I'm applying my willpower not to engage, not to respond. I'm applying my willpower. And then slowly, the willpower will grow more and more and more and more. So Swami Shivananda reminds us that there is an immediate benefit to this practice, which is our willpower growing. And then slowly, we also prepare ourselves for receiving the Jnana Yoga, the highest knowledge, which will take us to supreme happiness. So we saw that Lord Krishna first reminds Arjuna, you are not this perishable body. Keep this in mind. And then second, he goes to explaining, because you are not this perishable body, keeping this in mind, you can reduce the identification and start enduring more things that you like and do not like, and apply your willpower to do the right thing. Now this in the identification with the body also has other consequences, and it can give us other very powerful tools. And Lord Krishna continues with the science of the immortal soul in the next verses, which we will see in the next videos. Om Shanti.